A name that sparks instant controversy. A story that reads like a dark thriller. A case that forced the world to ask, how did this happen and who was involved? For years, the name Jeffrey Epstein has been shrouded in mystery, rumor, and horrifying allegations. But with every new document dump, every unsealed court filing, the story becomes more complex and more disturbing. This isn't just about one man. It's about power, influence, and a system that allegedly allowed the unthinkable. Today, we're diving deep into the Jeffrey Epstein files. Who he was, how he operated, and why the world is still demanding answers. So who was the man at the center of this global firestorm? Jeffrey Epstein's origin story is oddly ordinary. Born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York, to a middle-class family. He was a bright student but never finished college. His professional life began, oddly enough, as a math and physics teacher at the prestigious Dalton School in Manhattan. But his life changed dramatically in the late 70s and 80s when he entered the world of high finance. He landed a job at Bear Stearns and quickly became a partner. But here's where the clarity ends and the mystery begins. In 1982, he founded his own firm, J. Epstein & Co. He claimed to manage money for only ultra-wealthy clients with a minimum net worth of $1 billion. The critical question that investigators, journalists, and the public have asked for decades: how did he make his vast fortune? There is no clear answer. He had no public funds, no visible portfolio. His wealth seemed to be built on connections and a reputation as a financial genius, a narrative he carefully cultivated. His wealth bought him more than property. It bought him access. Access to the highest echelons of society. Scientists like Stephen Hawking, politicians like Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, and royalty like Britain's Prince Andrew. He became a prolific philanthropist, funding science and research, which further polished his image as an eccentric genius. But this public persona was a facade. Behind the velvet rope, a monstrous pattern was emerging. As early as 2005, Palm Beach police began investigating Epstein after a parent reported he had molested her 14-year-old daughter. What they uncovered was a systematic scheme. Epstein, with the crucial assistance of his longtime associate Ghislaine Maxwell, would recruit underage girls, often from vulnerable backgrounds, with promises of money or modeling careers. They would be brought to his homes, pressured into giving him massages, which would then escalate into sexual abuse. This wasn't an alleged one-time event. It was a well-oiled machine of predation. In 2008, he was charged federally. But then came the deal that would become a symbol of justice denied: the non-prosecution agreement. Brokered by then U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta, Epstein pleaded guilty to only state charges of soliciting prostitution from a minor. He served just 13 months in a private wing of a county jail, with daily work release. He was a registered sex offender, but to his powerful circle, it seemed life went on. The case was buried, and the rich and famous continued to be associated with him. The system had seemingly worked for him, not for his victims. The story might have stayed buried if not for investigative journalism. In 2018, the Miami Herald's explosive series, Perversion of Justice, resurrected the case, exposing the sweetheart deal. Public outrage forced a new federal investigation. In July 2019, Epstein was arrested again on federal sex trafficking charges. The evidence was overwhelming. But on August 10, 2019, in a Manhattan jail cell, Jeffrey Epstein was found dead. The official ruling: suicide by hanging. His death created a vacuum of accountability and fueled countless conspiracy theories. Who did he have compromising information on? Was it murder to keep him silent? We may never know. But the pursuit of justice shifted to his accomplices, leading to the 2021 arrest and 2022 conviction of Ghislaine Maxwell. And then, the files. Since his death, courts have been slowly unsealing documents from a 2015 civil defamation lawsuit related to the case. These Epstein files, or Epstein client lists, don't contain a neat roster of co-conspirators, but they are a devastating paper trail. They contain deposition transcripts, emails, and flight logs that name-drop powerful figures not as charged individuals, but as people in his orbit. Each new release sends the internet into a frenzy, as the public pores over them, trying to connect dots between powerful names and Epstein's criminal world. So why are we and the world still talking about him? Jeffrey Epstein's story is a dark allegory for our time. 1. Power and impunity. It asks the haunting question: can immense wealth and connections create a shield against justice? 2. Victim-centered justice. The tireless courage of his victims, who fought for decades to be heard, reminds us where the true focus should lie. 3. A network, not a lone wolf. The case suggests a network of enablers, from recruiters to powerful friends who looked the other way. The public wants to know who else was involved. 4. Institutional failure. From the 2008 plea deal to the jailhouse death, every institution meant to hold him accountable failed at some point. The Epstein files are more than celebrity gossip. They are a symbol of our demand for transparency, accountability, and a system where no one is above the law. The story of Jeffrey Epstein is far from over. As more documents are unsealed, the conversation will continue. What do you think is the most important question that still needs to be answered? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content that goes beyond the headlines. Thanks for watching.